Hello, all the King's men. Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, let's get excited. Why? Because you have made it across another week. You have made it across another year. Yeah, we have a few more days in this year, but we're going to go ahead and celebrate because you have made it. You got to remember that you have made it. There is nothing that can stop you from this way forward but yourself. There is nothing that can remember, there is nothing that can stop you but yourself. Remember that everything else is nothing but outside influences. We want to start with what is inside saying. What is God saying about your future? What is God saying about your now? All the King's men, come on in, like, tag, share, drop a line. Let me know what's going on. Where are you listening from? Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you have accomplished. Let me know what you're pressing into. Let me know what you are thankful for. This is the season to reflect. This is the time to reflect. Not only to reflect, but to reflect so that you can press. Reflect so that you can press into your future. This time is so critical. I don't want this time to get away from you or you to lose it. I have been definitely using this time to, like, I gotta find time to decompress, to be able to just be able to go see where I'm going into this next year. I want to be able to reflect, but I want to be able to prepare going into the next year. Not saying that I haven't already been prepared, because your mind should already be prepared, but there's some things that I want to make sure that is in place so that when the new year comes in, I'm already in transition. You know how it is. Before a game, you get out there and when you run through the plays, you run through the exercise and you warm your body up, you stretch so that you're prepared when the game starts. You can't go out there cold. You can't go out there when just say, okay, you can't just turn the switch on. There is risk. You increase the risk, but when you prepare, you are reducing your risk. All the Kingsmen. So come on in. I have something to tell you today. And the reason why I'm talking like that is because it's time to take your future in your own hands. It's time to take destiny in your own hands by the horns. Why? Because God is giving it to you, and you got to say no more excuses. No more excuses. Why? Excuses are all made up. You may be like, okay, did this. Okay, well, what can we do to overcome those things? Those are nothing but obstacles and challenges that's causing you to grow, that are in your way, that causing you to actually be able to, you know what? There is something bigger, there's something deeper, there's something greater, because this would not have showed up if I was not able to conquer it. Why? Because there is nothing that is going to come to you that God has not made a way of escape. I know the word said there's no temptation that's coming to man that God has not made a way of escape, but there is nothing that's coming to you. There is no obstacle, no challenges that you have not come to, that you have not faced, that you're not going to face, that God has not already put everything inside of you that you need. That's what's so important. That's what's so critical. You know, they have a lot of self-help books, they have a lot of self-help talks, people that specialize in that area. Do If you break down everything that they're talking about, all they're doing is getting you to focus on you. They're focusing on pulling out of you what's already there. Look, they are not look. They may say that they're pouring in. They're pouring in so that they could pull out. They're pouring in so that you could pull out. They're pouring in so what's inside of you can be magnified. That is why they're pouring out of themselves, because they found out what's on the inside of them. Now they said it's time for me to pour out. Why? So that you can pour out. So you got to say there is no more excuses. There is an escape. There is an escape. The escape is already have been made. Glory be to God. There is another way. There is another route. So you cannot say, oh, this way is blocked. This is done. This is done. No, there is another opportunity. There is another way. Look, you may think that there is only one way to a place. Naturally, according to man, it may have been naturally one way to a place. Think about it. Across a body of water. You're looking at, there's only one way by across this body of water, and that's across this bridge. Whether you go by bike, car, walk, or however it may be. But no, it is not. You have to make a choice. If you want to get across, you will find a way to get across. You can go in different modes of transportation on the water, or you can go by air. You might be like, man, you're talking crazy now, but I need you to understand the principle of what I am saying. There is more than one way. There is more than one. It may seem like it is challenging to get you, but there is more than one way. You have to get beyond what you see. Because a lot of times we get stuck, and because we have these blinders on, and there is something that's right outside of the blinders that can help catapult you to get you to the next level, to get you to the next phase, to get you where you've been trying to get to. Because you may be seeing a roadblock, maybe seeing this brick wall that is there, or you may be even seeing a glass, as in corporate world, a glass ceiling. You may be seeing a glass wall, like, I know it. I keep banging my head. I can see it. I can feel it. I can taste it, but I just cannot get through. Know that once you take off the blinders, you take off the blinders. Why? Because they put a blinder on the horse so that they won't be distracted. Look, I want you to be distracted. Why? Because when you get in that area and there is a block, when there is a block, I need you to get out of your way. I need you to get out of yourself. Why? Because self is why you keep falling. Get out of your way and listen. Listen to yourself. I said get out of self, but listen to your way. When I say get out of self, self is saying no, keep it this way, keep it this way. But that internal me, that internal you keep saying no, go out of your way, go out of the norm. Why? Because the real you is fighting to come out. The word is calling you. The word said, I put something on the inside of you, and I know what I put on the inside of you, and I'm like putting a demand on what I put inside of you. Look, remember, my pals always talk about, you can't go to a bank and request. You can't go to the bank and request funds or request some out of there if you have not made a deposit. You cannot make debits if you have not made a deposit. There is a deposit that's been made on you before you were formed in your mother's womb. What God told Jeremiah, he said, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Therefore, in the midst of nothing, before your mother and your father came together, God already had you in mind. He already had your destiny in mind. So all the kingsmen, all I am saying, as you end this year, you think about your next year. Think about everything that you have done. Think about the things that you did, and you say, you know what, I didn't accomplish that this year. I don't want you to think about it as failures. Think about the things that you accomplished, the things that you didn't accomplish that you wanted to accomplish. I want you to remove excuses. I want you to look at things that because what we need to do, you may not need to make a 180-degree turn or a 90-degree turn. There's small, subtle changes that you may need to do that's actually going to start to move your path. All the king's men, I close out this day, close out this week, close out this year with no more excuses. It's so critical that we remove the excuses. Why? Because time does not stop. The world does not stop. Because when that day comes and you close your eyes, time as we know it is done in the natural on this earth. Yes, the spirit will live on. So we have to not make excuses. We have to press on in spite of. Remember, small progress, any progress better than no progress. So all the Kingsmen, my prayer today is that something that I have said have blessed your life tremendously, that have transformed your life tremendously, that you would never be the same. Remember to drop me a line. Remember what I said. Let me know what's going on, how you've been blessed over the last year. I've been blessed today. I have this message to bless you today. To all the Kingsmen, my prayer is that you have a blessed day, blessed weekend, and blessed week to come. Until next time, be blessed.